a deck that just got second place at Grand Prix Quebec City, and they are moving on to Game 3, and he is against Lawrence Karchner playing Jun.
And again, from what we've spoken to about with Efro and Huey, Human Reanimator is Jun's worst matchup. And it doesn't look like Lawrence has too many cards in his sideboard. He's got 2 Deathrite Shaman, 2 Slaughter Games, and a Ground Seal, which is good. But Slaughter Games are probably the best card because Joel has answers to the other 3.
Yeah, you'll find in Joe's sideboard, he does have 4 copies of Abrupt Decay in his sideboard to be able to deal with those other cards. That is the most commonly played answer right now, as it does deal with all of the problems some cards that can be in play in Deathrite Shaman, Rest in Peace, and Grafdigger's Cage, along with Ground Seal. So Abrupt Decay is a fantastic sideboard card in the sideboard of this deck, kind of likened to Echoing Truth in Modern for the combo decks to take care of all the problems from permanents. The tough one is Slaughter Games, and for Lawrence, hopefully he can cast that on turn 3 to take care of Angel of Glory's Rise and make the game much more difficult. Play a fair game, as we do see a Farseek here from Lawrence on turn 2. So things are looking up.
Yeah,
but does he have the Slaughter Games is the question.
He's got 2 cards in his deck that can basically seal the deal for him. Beyond that, though, you'd imagine Joe's probably going to end up winning the mid to late game. Joel's not casting Mulch or any of the typical cards you see from this deck on turns. Oh, there's a Grizzly Savage. So, let's see. Angel Glory Rise. And, okay, so that's a pretty good Grizzly Salvage right there. He's got 3 pieces of his combo. All he needs is a Burning Tree Emissary and a Fiend Hunter, which I believe he has a Fiend Hunter in his hand.
So you're going to see Mulch move to the graveyard along with Unburial Rites, Angel of Glory's Rise, and an Undercity Informer. Joe's going to take a draw step here. You saw him take the land off of the Grizzly Salvage.
Oh, he's got appetite for the Slaughter Games.
He's got an appetite for Brains. So he does have 3 copies of those in his sideboard. We'll see if he can find a Slaughter Games. You're going to see Kessig Wolfrun, Blood Crypt, Stomping Ground, Olivia Valderin, Vampire Nighthawk, and Huntmaster of the Fells in Lawrence's hand. You see Joe recording that information here, and we'll see what card he's going to choose to take. Yeah, Joe's actually, oddly enough, has some proactive ways to be able to beat Slaughter Games. He has 3 copies of Appetite for Brains in his sideboard, along with 1 Witchbane Orb. So, he's not cold to Slaughter Games. He actually has ways to be able to beat it. And you see that Lawrence does have a 1 and then the victory column for him, so it makes me believe that maybe he got him in the Slaughter Games game 2, and Joe said, oh, okay, I guess I have to deal with this kind of annoyance now.
So he looks like he takes the Olivia. And I think is that a Faithless Looting in his hand? Yes.
It is.
Okay.
So Faithless Looting from Joe is going to draw him 2 cards. He's going to move 2 cards over to the graveyard. You see Angel of Glory's Rise in his hand right now. We'll see exactly what Joe does decide to discard here. Again, Joe Lossett did win a Standard Open Series earlier this year in San Diego with the old take on Human Reanimator. The version that did have Is a Static Caster plus Nightshade Peddler, Angel of Glory's Rise, all that good stuff. Could kill you in 1 shot, so he's very familiar with this archetype. And at that tournament, OSIP, he did go 11-0-2, saying he did not face much graveyard hate on his course to victory. And so far this tournament, he is 2-0. He's very adept with this archetype. He definitely knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and the great thing is that unless Lawrence top decks the Slaughter Games, which it looks like he's pleading that he doesn't, Joe's in a pretty good shape.
Yeah, you see in Joe's graveyard, he did discard an Angel of Glory's Rise and a Fiend Hunter. So the only piece of the puzzle, as you said, he is missing is the, Burning Tree Emissary.
Yeah, and I'd be surprised if Joe doesn't just, he could flashback Faithless Looting, but I think he probably is just going to flashback Unburial Rites and get the Angel in play to make sure that he doesn't lose that top deck Slaughter Games.
Yeah, which is probably the best idea. This is more of a value on Burial Rites here, long as he does have the white mana.
Not even, because he's able to put the Angel under Fiend Hunter. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So the combo's there. He just doesn't have the continual sack yet.
Sure.
But once he's able to untap with the Undercity Informer, he's going to start doing some pretty interesting things. It's basically he'll have 5 mana, so he's going to keep digging, trying to dig for that Burning Tree Emissary. So as long as he flashbacks Unburial Rites and gets the Angel into play and hides it, he's in pretty good shape. And he knows what's in Lawrence's hand. He knows he knows there's really nothing that he can do to break up the combo right now. There's only one mystery card that he doesn't know. We know it's an Olivia, so we know he's safe, but he basically has 2 draw steps to try to break up this combo, which is not going to be easy for him to do, as long as he hides the Olivia.
And so now you do see Joe Castan Bureau Rights on this Angel of Glory's Rise. It does bring back the Fiend Hunter and the Undercity Informer. And so now you see, with the effect on the stack, he's going to decide exactly what he wants to target. And he does choose the Angel, as you brought up. So Angel does get removed.
Yeah, and this is a great position for Joe, because even if Lawrence has a removal spell, there's not much he can do. The best thing he can do is kill the Undercity Informer right now. And he pretty much needs to, because if if he lets Joe untap and Joe starts activating it, it's going to be really bad for Lawrence. He's eventually going to either dig for the Burning Tree Emissary and just kill him on the spot, or he'll just get more value humans in his yard.
A fun interaction there between the Fiend Hunter and the Angel of Glory's Rise there to go along with the Undercity Informer. As you do see Lawrence come across with the Wolf token. We know he has a Vampire Nighthawk and Olivia and a couple of lands, in his hand. So there's not a lot he can do to get out of this situation. But you do just kind of see some of the uniqueness of this take on Human Reanimator. We've seen a lot of different ways to go off on Angel of Glory's Rise, and this is the newest one, and it might be the most durable one of the bunch.
You're a little vulnerable to instant speed removal, but the thing is that, look at this situation, having an Undercity Informer that you can activate is just so huge here, where if that was just a Cartel Aristocrat, it's really, you're not doing very much. You're going to keep getting your Angels, you're going to keep getting your Angels back, but against a card like Olivia, that's not really that powerful. Whereas here, Joe's going to be able to dig through his deck to try to get more value humans out of it.
We do see Joe draw a Mulch for the turn. So we'll see if he's going to elect to cast this to get 4 cards into his library. And it looks like, as he's moving some mana around here, that this looks like it might be what he's considering. But he's going to get to see a lot of cards this turn. So we do see a Mulch here from Joe. Going to reveal an Unburial Rites, a Grizzly Salvage, a Temple Garden, and a Burning Tree Emissary. So Temple Garden's going to go there.
Well, it didn't take him long to find it.
Yeah.
So Joe just needs to sacrifice his Fiend Hunter to get his Angel back. Angel gets back Burning Tree Emissary and Fiend Hunter, and then rinse repeat. Might be trying to play around Tragic Slip. Just clear the board here.
Yep.
Now that he knows nothing's there.
He sees a Vampire Nighthawk, so he knows the path is clear here. He's going to play a Clifftop Retreat.
And sacrifice Fiend Hunter.
As you guys do see, Undercity Informer on the screen. Sacrifice a creature. Target player reveals cards from the top of his or her library until she reveals a land card. And basically what this version of the Human Reanimator deck does is that it just mills the opponent out. And you see Joe's going to explain exactly what he's going to do here. I'm going to sack my Fiend Hunter. This guy's going to come back. My Fiend Hunter's going to come back along with my Burning Tree Emissary, which is a human for God knows what reason. And I'm going to rinse repeat this for a while because the Emissary does keep giving me mana, plenty of mana to do this. And then soon enough, your library is going to no longer exist.
Considering this is game 3, I imagine this sequence had occurred already.
Yeah, I would think that's the case, yeah. So here comes the Emissary, here comes the Fiend Hunter. Well, and he's going to go through it for you guys who have never seen this one at home. The old combo with Cartel Aristocrat, Hunt Master of the Fells, Fiend Hunter, you can make infinite guys, gain infinite life. If there's Zealous Conscripts involved, you could steal all of the things and give all of the things haste, that sort of thing. But now you're going to see Joe go through the motions here. Looks like he's going to mill himself.
Maybe does he have the one of Laboratory Maniac?
I don't see Laboratory Maniac in Joe's deck list this weekend. No. But I think Lawrence, just wants to. So
there we go. Now he starts milling him, and now we start the process.
2 and 3.
Ironically, there's the ground seal.
Yeah. So I'm going to sacrifice this. And yes, Lawrence said, okay, I get it now. I see what's going on. I don't want to have to go through this 30 times. So Joe Lossett, with his Human Reanimator deck, moving on to 3-0 against Lawrence Karchner and his Jund deck, which, to me and you, and probably a lot of people at home, not a large surprise, as Jund just does not have a lot of hate against this deck.